Alright, here we have the ZT 0609. It's the blue-black sprint run in S35. It's a RJ Martin design. This is another one on loan to me from Mike Gault. I always appreciate what Mike does for me. Everything he sends me to check out. He has some really cool stuff that is going to be coming my way once I send all these back. But we'll go ahead and talk about this now. Excuse me. Always when I'm filming a video, it seems like. It flips open nicely. The action opening is great. The lock bar isn't too strong. It doesn't have quite as good of a closing action as the 0470, but that's not a make or break for a knife for me. When Mike sent me those 5 knives, I did fully expect to like the 0470 here. This was the one I really wanted to check out, along with the tungsten carbide Sandrin. Well, as it turns out, like maybe you've already seen in my other videos, after I had them for a couple days, it was a toss-up between this one and the Little Fox Suru. I really like this design way more than I ever thought I would. When I saw it in pictures, I didn't think it was a bad-looking knife. I just didn't think it was going to be something that was for me. It is kind of slippery with this milling texture, but you get a full purchase on it. Absolutely no worries about this going anywhere. I like how it has a thumb cutout here for using it. It is ground pretty thin as well. I do really like the blade shape. Surprisingly, it doesn't weigh a whole lot. I don't remember exactly what it weighs, but I was expecting it to weigh more. The pivot really doesn't bother me. If I had one, I would go ahead and get the tool for it so I could take it apart. But I really do like this knife. I don't know exactly what it is about it, but the first time that I flipped it and held it, I knew that this was definitely one that if I have a chance to pick one up for a good deal, I'm definitely going to pick it up. It doesn't matter if it's the blue and black or the bronze and satin. Overall though, it's a great knife. It carries great. It flips great. Super fun to play with. The centering's really good. This isn't the clip that came with it either. Mike put this one on, but I do like this clip. Not too hard to get in and out of your pocket. Stays where you put it. I think part of that's helped by the feel of the titanium scales. If you have a chance to check one of these out, you absolutely should. Once again, like the 0470, this is not the... I'm glad ZT did this. Not super thick blade stock, not a super thick knife, not their normal type of build. But I can't convey to you guys how much this one really surprised me when I actually picked it up for the first time. I think out of all the ones that came out last year from ZT, this is probably my favorite over the 393 and the 470. And don't get me wrong, both of those are really nice knives. I just like this design the best. It's open, as you can see. Lockup's really good. No worries about it coming unlocked. Doesn't have any play in it at all. Now, I know Mike did tell me when he got this, the action was not as good as he expected. So he did take it apart and actually took the coating off of where the bearings ride on the blade. And I can see that it did make a huge difference. As far as it not dropping super easy, my guess would be that this blade doesn't weigh a whole lot. Just from holding it, if I had to make a guess at it, this is about maybe 3.5 ounces. I could be wrong. I doubt it's over 4. This does not feel as heavy as a PM2. It has a good balance when you're holding it. Don't feel like there's too much weight on the blade or too much weight in the handle. Same as with some other Kershaw designs. The grooves they provide fit my fingers extremely well. I don't know if it's maybe just my particular size hands. This one also, the sharpening choil, is done very well, like you would expect from a ZT. And yeah, I know I'm jumping all over the place here talking about this particular knife. This is number 2 out of the 5 that Mike sent me as far as which ones I like the best. Absolutely great knife here. Definitely worth checking out if it's one you were thinking about. Unless you're worried about it being overly slippery. That's about the only thing that I could say. But like I said, I'm not worried about this coming out of my hand at all. So that's it for the 0609 ZT. And as always, I appreciate your time and thanks for watching.